Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jeff Grant, and today we're covering some college basketball. The game we're looking at is the Illinois Fighting Illini against the Villanova Wildcats. How you doing today, Jeff?
Doing great, Dax. College basketball really takes center stage while we're in a break with the college football bowl games ahead in a couple weeks. So really, handicappers here in Las Vegas are now focused on college basketball.
Yeah, man, and the Fighting Illini have been doing things very well on the defensive side of the ball, as they've actually been able to hold opponents to less than 70 points in 32 of their last 34 victories. But how important is it for Illinois to continue to play well on the defensive end in this matchup, Jeff?
It's a race to 70 in this game, Dax. When handicapping this game last night, it's very important that Illinois continues that defensive intensity over the course of the entire season. It faces real top-tier competition once it reaches Big Ten play, some of the best teams in the country. And why is it important, that number 70? Because when you look at Villanova, the Wildcats are 32-1 when scoring 70 or more points dating back to last season. So Illinois looking to keep the Wildcats under that 70-point mark.
All right, man, but Villanova, I mean, they don't have a single player on their roster that has scored 20 or more points in a game in this season, man. So that kind of shows us they have a good depth in their roster. But with that in mind, do you think that they could be considered as the dark horse in the national title contender, man?
They're definitely going to have their way in the Big East. They're definitely the team to beat due to the fact that Creighton lost the National Player of the Year, Doug McDermott, a season ago, and the Blue Jays absolutely dominated the Wildcats with McDermott in tow. So without him, yes, they are a dark horse candidate. The problem is a lot of the top-tier teams in college basketball this year have a lot of depth. It really comes down to the three-point line for the Wildcats, shooting 42% in their last 3 games from beyond the arc. And also, maybe the most important statistic in this game is the fact that Villanova ranks 3rd nationally in turnover margin, but the Fighting Illini don't turn the ball over.
All right, so I'm getting here that we're probably going to be taking the visiting team in this case, right?
Well, it's on a neutral floor here. This game's taking place in the Jimmy V Classic. And when you have two very similar teams, I listened to a couple interviews with Jay Wright, and he kept mentioning that Illinois is very similar to his team. And when you play on a neutral court this early in the season with two teams that have basically the same type of experience and the same amount of depth, I'm going to take the points every time. So I'm going to grab the points because my handicapper line favored Villanova as a 3.5-point favorite. So we're getting a point of value. So I'm going to back the Fighting Illini, getting 4.5 against the Wildcats on Tuesday night.
All right, Jeff, good stuff, man. Thanks once again for all the insights, and we'll talk some more college hoops again tomorrow.
Thank you.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.